and welcome back to the show. We are just tuning in, or if you're just tuning in to the About Redlands radio show, we are talking about all things Redlands, California. And up next is the health and fitness segment, and I am here with my good friend, Dr. Maria Milano, and we're going to be talking a little bit today about careers, professions. She's a dentist in downtown Redlands with her own practice. She's a mother of two amazing boys, so she'll be sharing a little bit about that today. And she also happens to be a pretty fit chick. She just completed the Highland 5K, and she's going to talk about that today too, placing first in her age group. So we have a lot to talk about in these last few minutes of the end of the About Redlands radio show this afternoon. And if you are listening, anything we say or share, we will get onto some program notes so that if you have questions, you can certainly hit us up. I am, again, Jill Rooks, and I am the owner of the Energy Lab, which is on Citrus Avenue in downtown Redlands. And Maria is here. We're in our little back office studio today where we are going to talk about a little bit how do people who have jobs, careers, kids still manage to fit fitness into their lives. And Maria has a story. So I'm wondering, story-wise, if you'd like to share anything about yourself first, Maria, and then when in your life you found it important to make fitness an absolute necessity and a priority.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you for having me in the program. Yes, I am a dentist. I've been in practice for over 16 years. I'm a happy mother of two very energetic boys, 10 and 13 years old, and a happy wife for already 18 years. So after battling stage 3 melanoma, God gave me a second chance in life. So I decided to take good care of my health, because that was the only way I could be number one wife, number one dentist, or number one mother, of course. So that's how I started my journey with you.
Yeah. How many years ago was that, would you say?
That was 2010, actually. I started at your garage working out.
Yeah. Maria is a super special client of mine because she started with me before I even became creator and owner of the Energy Lab. So the Energy Lab is a result of people like Maria who came and trusted me with their fitness goals, their health. And I do remember she was fragile. There was a lot going on in her life, and there was a lot of pain she was overcoming. That, as anyone who's been out there fighting through cancers, diseases, illnesses, things that really reveal our vulnerabilities in life, we come with a pretty open heart. And as a coach and as a trainer, it's extremely rewarding to take that on and to share that journey. So it means a lot that Maria is here with us today, and she's going to share her journey. So she's been with us at the Energy Lab, and like I said before that, in the garage. And as a dentist, and I know there's a lot of other professions out there we've worked with who, hairstylists, they stand up a lot. We've all been in that dentist chair, and we see the dentist looming above us, and it's like, ooh, they're leaning over, holding equipment. That's got to take a little bit of a toll on your body. So how do you counteract those effects, and what do you do to take care of yourself?
For me, there are two main exercises or techniques that I use, and I practice. Is one will be Pilates, it's number one, and the melt method that you introduced me like a year ago.
Right.
And that really make a difference.
Okay, so one she said was Pilates, and that's created, of course, by Joseph Pilates, and that's almost a century old, the tradition of Pilates. And the other is called the melt method. So that's the first time you're hearing this. It is referred to as the melt method at the Energy Lab. We all say, okay, it's time to melt. And it feels as good as it sounds. You literally have a melting sensation throughout your body. It was created by Sue Hitzman, who is based out of New York City. And there's a book, and there are several videos out that you can help practice. The reason I like to teach melt in my classes, and a lot of our Pilates people especially have access to that, we use these small balls for a hand and foot treatment. And it really sets us up to first listen to our body, second to hydrate, restore, and reconnect us so that when we go to do our movements, we feel much more connected to them. So do you have any hands-on experiences you have, you can recall when we use the melt method?
Yes, I mean, I can recall how I felt before starting the melt method. My hands will be very stiff. I will have a lot of back pain, middle and upper back were just completely stiff after a few hours of working out, of working with on my patients. And after I start doing the melt, that completely disappeared. I can stay longer working on patients without having that sensation of stiffness and pain or soreness throughout the day. I didn't needed to take any anti-inflammatories or pain medication, which was great, or even a cramping on my hands. That I stopped actually feeling those.
Okay, good. So if any of you out there who are listening do think it's normal to feel pain, we have good news for you. It's not, and you don't have to live a life in pain. In fact, we practice the MELT method to help ourselves get out of pain. So it really does help reduce inflammation in the system, relieve some chronic aches and pains. So if you are curious about that, definitely look into the Energy Lab, because we do offer MELT. I'm a hand and foot certified MELT practitioner. And we add it, like I said, to all of our Pilates classes just at the beginning. And then we also offer intro to MELT. But the other thing that Maria had mentioned was Pilates. And I had first mentioned that Maria's a runner. So how do those two things go hand in hand for you?
Well, definitely, that built my core and my endurance. It's amazing. I never thought it was going to be that life-changing for me, but it was. That's how I was able to accomplish first place this past Sunday on my age group. I was not expecting that, but I guess the body will thank you for the things that you do for it.
Right. And from what I remember, you always were like a cardio person. You wanted to get out and go. So Maria and I, we do cycling together. We do a lot of heart rate training, periodization, and, she loves the kickboxing classes. But what's really amazing, rewarding is when we see clients who really care about their fitness to the deepest level, that they want to make sure they stay injury free so that we can continue to practice what we love for a long time. So it's nice to see like you taking that little bit. And I'm going to assume that you have even bigger reasons for taking care of yourself. What else is out there for you about
Well, I have a big goal this year. In September, I am going to run my first full marathon in Berlin. So I need to make sure I do good. And like you said, injury-free. So
And how about your little boy? You got a little runner in the family too, don't
Lucas.
you?
Lucas, that's my other runner in the family. So we both do cross-country and a little bit of track and field. He's right now doing that, and he loves it. So for me, it's also kind of encouraging having a good partner to run with, and also a good example to give to my boys.
Right. Now, a lot of people out there think, okay, well, I have a job and I'm in the car, I'm commuting, or I have to get home and make dinner and do laundry and clean the house and get the kids' homework done and off to school. So there are a lot of expectations in our worlds, and taking care of all of those and you is something that seems unattainable to a lot of people. So how do you do it? What are your strategies for fitting it in?
The first and most important is if you really want it, if you want it badly, make it happen. There's a lot of classes very early in the mornings, and that's the hours that I can reserve for only myself. So I'll be here 5:30 in the morning, then I make it happen. If I feel that one day I'm feeling a little tired, I listen to my body as well and I take a rest. But most likely if I know I need to do it, I need to commit to it, make it happen.
How about your energy? How do you keep your energy going?
Oh my gosh. Good food. I mean, I try to do a lot of fruit, veggies, and I keep myself also with carbs, but I do a little bit of healthy eating as well with my kids.
Right.
Yes.
And most people find that when they make the time to exercise, they actually have more time throughout the day, so more energy. Like what you do, you can do more easily. You're not in that kind of foggy afternoon state.
Correct.
You don't have like those down times where you're like tired. You sleep better, and you tend to just get up and go. So do you have any other strategies, or have you shared some of what you do? Like you said, your little one is also a runner, but have you affected your family in other ways that they are kind of taking on some of these roles too?
Well, my husband actually is really encouraging. He's not the sporty type of person, but he actually purchased one of your the balls, and he really enjoys doing that, and it relieves him for his pains,
Right,
his
the same.
campaigns, the same thing. And so I'm trying this year to see if he can join me at least in doing a small race or something. But I think by doing it myself and showing him that I can do it, I will show him that he can too, if
Right.
he just commit.
Right. Yeah. And do you have like one, two, maybe even three things like that would just be little tips you can leave behind for the listeners? I know when people walk in, I always say baby steps, just one step at a time. But do you have one or two tips that you might like to share?
Well, the first one will be very important. If you really want it, make it happen. Get the time a little bit. If you can only work out 20 minutes, do it. 20 minutes is better than nothing.
Absolutely.
You have a little sign in one of the walls that says that man was not dropped off in the top of the mountain.
Yes.
You get
Man
there.
on top of the mountain. Yeah.
You didn't get here by just miracle.
Exactly.
You need to make it happen. You need to make the effort and commit.
Perfect.
And
Okay.
that's it.
Well, we are out of time. It goes by fast, but I wanted to thank you very much for joining us on the About Redlands radio show, and have a great afternoon drive. Thank you for being with us, Maria. We
you
really,
for
really
inviting me.
appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.